In this video I'm going to show you how to program the Immobiliser in your Ferrari to accept new remote fobs. Set up the GoPro so you can see what I'm doing with the ignition key and so you can see the status LED indicator for the Immobiliser system. Now the first part of the process is the same as shown in my earlier video, which shows you how to start the vehicle using the pin code in the Immobiliser. The second part of the process is to put the Immobiliser into learning mode, whereby we turn the ignition key on and off in response to what this LED is doing, and after we've done that 10 times, on the 11th time this LED will start flashing rapidly, and that indicates that we can go to the third step, which is to press the buttons on the red remote master and then the two black remotes in turn, so that the data that's stored on here is transmitted to the Immobiliser and the rolling code security signal is transferred and recognised by the Immobiliser so that you can disarm the vehicle using the new fobs. Once we start the process, we have to go right through to the end. Any interruptions will cause the process to fail, and you'll have to start again from the start. So the pin code at the moment for this vehicle is 0563. So what I'll do is put the pin code in through the ignition key, and then as soon as I've done that, I'll keep a very close eye on that LED, because as soon as that goes off, I'll turn the ignition key off and then on again. And I'll repeat that, like I said earlier, 10 times. On the 11th time it'll be ready to accept the signal from the new red master. Why does it need a new red master? Well, the Ferrari Immobiliser won't go into learning mode if the pin code that's transmitted from the red master is the same pin code that's already stored in its memory. The Immobiliser only remembers the last pin code that's transmitted to it, but it won't go into learning mode again using that same pin code. And that's the reason why Ferrari sell the remotes are sets of 3 with a new red master that contains a pin code. Anyway, let's get started and and disarm the Immobiliser. So the pin code here is 0563. So that was the first digit. We wait 2 seconds. That was the second digit. And now the last digit. Now we wait 5 seconds. And we've entered the pin code correctly because that LED is now on. Now as soon as that turns off, I'll turn this key off, the ignition off, and then we'll turn it back on again. And that's a process we repeat 10 times. Wait for the LED to extinguish, and then turn the ignition key off. Turn it back on again. And we wait for that LED to extinguish, and we turn the ignition key off again. So that was the third time, now coming up to the fourth time. We're just going to keep a very close eye on that LED. And every time it turns off, just turn the ignition off and then on again. Now if you wait too long to turn the ignition key off, it will drop out of learning mode and you need to start the whole process again from scratch. A few more times to go. I think that's 8. Okay, so that LED is flashing now. This must have been the 11th time. So now what I can do is press the new red master, and we can see that the signal's been transmitted because that LED flashes rapidly in response. And then we press the buttons on the black remotes. There we go. It's flashing, it's learned that signal. And the second black remote, it's flashing, it's learned that signal. Okay, so let's turn the ignition off and see if it works. First of all, let's try one of the black remotes. And let's try another one. And let's try the red master. Okay, so you've seen how to successfully add new remote fobs to the Immobiliser, and as I said before, the system remembers the last pin code transmitted by the red master, and it won't go into learning mode again if the same pin code is transmitted. So you do need a different red master to put the Immobiliser into learning mode. If you contact Immofixer.com, we can supply a red master with a new pin code on it, so you can learn new fobs for your Ferrari Immobiliser. Thanks for watching.